it going to be an out?
Yeah.
An in-swinger. Yeah. Two players, one with the left and another with the right.
Double bluff, and it is the left of Rian Adamo. Not well cleared. Walia racing towards his own goal. Yes, Vili Mortua. Incredible to consider that with the national team set up, won the Kasafa Cup with Bafana Bafana last year, and he, for many years was third choice with Chippa United, Vili Mortua.
Many years.
Yeah.
And then, believe it or not, his chance came when Ape gets signed by Kaizer Chiefs, and when he got the opportunity.
Yeah, his breakthrough season was not really that long ago. 2019-20 campaign, that disrupted campaign. And yeah.
He could have gone to Pirates, by the way. That was the other direction that he was heading before AmaZulu signed him.
Well, AmaZulu signed him on the back of that season when he kept goal 19 times and managed 11 clean sheets. 2 of them were against AmaZulu. And early the following campaign, because he actually turned out for Chippa in a few games before being signed by AmaZulu. That's Sekgotha lets it run away from him. Walia finds Maluleka. It's a really clever header from Gabadini Mhango. George Maluleka, let's fly! Straight up Brandon Peterson. It's a confidence-building save, although he didn't really have to do all too much.
Space afforded to Maluleka. That for me was a big concern, how he picks up that ball. Look at the number of touches that he has to make before he strikes the ball. The lack of pressure basically gives him the opportunity to have those good touches to create a better angle and to get a little bit closer.
Well, George Maluleka was player of the tournament in 2014 in the MTN8 as Gabadini Mhango looks to bulldoze his way past Kunika. The Chiefs man wins that draw. Mark turns away from danger. Does have runners up ahead, opts for Flanty. He feeds Dolly. Sekgotha arriving. Corner.
Easily could have cut into the inside, but his right is not the strongest, so he forces his way to peel a little bit wider to the left where he can ping the ball in. That for me maybe not the best decision. It was a bit open into the inside rather.
His body language suggests he agrees with you. A little shrug there. It's to indicate that perhaps he hadn't chosen the right route.
Yeah, Quem has decided that is the one that will take care of Caleb.
Well, he's lost him. That's Dolly's corner, can't locate Vimnimana, and Gabadini Mhango comes away with it. Out-muscled by Frosler.
Excellent recovery from Frosler. Can't rush this ball forward now. AmaZulu, because of the set piece, most of the players are in the defensive half, so she's got to find a way to draw them out momentarily.
Still Kunika. Mart. Dolly to Mart again. And their attempts to link up for a second time in succession don't quite come off.
Dolly lucky to get away with just a foul there. Tactical foul, it looks like for me. Brought him down deliberately just to slow him down from getting away.
This two-legged side, by the way, is the first meeting between the teams in the MTN8 and the PSL era. in their first clash in this competition since 1994. They don't meet all too often in cup competitions, William, for two of the biggest sides in the land. And prior to that first leg at FNB, a 1-1 draw. The last meeting in the competition in 1994, as I mentioned, Kaizer Chiefs winning that 2-1 in the semi-finals. It was only a single leg, and they went on to win the competition. So I wonder if that's just a little bit of an omen. They can get past this hurdle and replicate what they managed then.
But I can remember a few times where they met in the final in different
yes, yeah. Yeah, they have.
One I remember very well is in 1987, the last
MTN8 Cup, yeah.
Then in the Coca-Cola, 1992.
Incidentally, a last piece of silverware for AmaZulu.
1992.
Claims of handball against Slanty, not heeded. Sekota has plenty of space, lifts his head. It's in a decent cross. Umzu attempting to retrieve. In fact, he's let that run out for a throw-in. Last touch off an AmaZulu head. Yes, Frosler. It's just not where the Burundian wants to be, but he's put in a decent ball. Actually, Dupree almost latches onto it.
People might be wondering, it's a different ball game here at Kaizer Chiefs for Dupree, because the approach for Stellenbosch as a team was that they sat back for the most part. So they seem to be a team that was always under pressure, and opposition always hold a very high line. And this is what afforded Dupree the space to run behind the defensive line. And unfortunately, when you play for Kaizer Chiefs, most of the teams sit a little bit back, and that basically takes away the opportunity for him to use the speed, because there's no space behind the defensive line.
Umzu with his back to goal. Frosler. Makaula well positioned. Maluleka. A lovely ball into Skakane. Oh, Blom has short over a little short, and the referee, on the advice of his far side official Kharamokwena, has ruled in favor of Kaizer Chiefs. Skakane not pleased at all.
Now, I'm not sure exactly what did Skakane do wrong here. He was trying to just make an attempt to get to the ball, and maybe his leg was a little bit higher, and which the assistant on the far side viewed it differently.
Chiefs up the other end now with Dupree. He's bundled off the ball. And just a moment ago, we talked about the history of these two clubs in this competition. But I had mentioned they don't meet often in cup ties, just in general. Because in the PSL era, this two-legged tie is only the third cup meeting between the two. Chiefs look to clear their lines. The other two meetings, both come in the Telkom knockout. Both of those were last 16 clashes. Chiefs won both without conceding goals. Back in the 2010-2011 season here in Durban, they won 2-0. And more recently, 2017-18 Telkom knockout, they won 3-0. And George Maluleka was one of those on the score sheet that particular day. Now, in the bottle green of AmaZulu. And good to see in the last few seasons that AmaZulu have returned to the more traditional dark bottle green and some of the varieties they've had over the last decade or so. cloud cover has rolled over the Moses Mabhida Stadium.
Believe it or not, people are still streaming into the stadium.
Yeah. So a ball given away really cheaply. Magola seizes upon it, doesn't give Ashley Dupree an opportunity to push forward. Here's Maduna. Sekota rescues the situation. Santi, former AmaZulu man, has heaved this upfield. Mubara. Rian Hanamub.
Very important for Kaizer Chiefs. If you look at the AmaZulu midfielders, most of them are attacking. They've got experience with Top George. And so it's important that the partners, the areas there, Kaizer Chiefs just mend them better in not allowing too many of those passes to come through by applying a little bit of a high press.
There's Boalia. Sat on the bench in the last 3 matches. Came on twice for recovering from an injury. Earned his first starts very early in the season. AmaZulu's second game of the term, and they came from behind to beat SuperSport United.
supposed to be.
Rama steers it over to Mopara. Forward by Veli Motra. Quim came from an offside position to win that header, believe it or not. Work towards Matuna. Caress into the path of Hanamod. Matuna in space again. Hanamod attempts to go it alone, and it's been well won by Yusuf Marks. Blom gets it into the feet of the Priya.
Now look at the high press of the Maulid Sanders. They're not allowing the Chiefs players to 10. And that for me is a winner for AmaZulu, because if you give the ball players of Kaizer Chiefs to be able to turn around at least, and then you know you're looking for trouble. That is the problem. So
maneuvers his way
against
past
that touch
Walia.
right, then there's a fair movement into that taking care for Chiefs.
So picked it on the left. Stobe. Blom. Slati. Through for Bimlana. Skakani takes care of the danger.
Or roll a little bit too far ahead of it. This one maybe a little bit better.
Standing foot. The toe of his standing foot took it away.
No clear-cut chances from either side.
Patlele. His header almost rebounds kindly for Kaizer Chiefs. Now it's falling for Maluleke. Oh, it's through here for Quim. It's been forced out wide. Quim onto the roof of the net.
I thought Peterson had no business going out there, because the angle was narrowing by the second for the AmaZulu attacker, and with the defender still currently pretty much in the chase. And actually, that would have worked even easier for Quim to just find the ball, or just find the target once the goalkeeper is out of his line.
Biminimana to Dolly, trying to set it for him. Makaula. Oh, he's got some distance here. Makatleni Makaula needs to find a pass. Makaula is actually very unlucky. A couple of years ago, 3 years ago, in fact, picked up an ankle injury versus Pirates in the 2019 MTN8 quarter-final. As Boalia seizes upon this. Shot from distance is wide, or rather over the mark from a man who is just, I don't want to say running the game, but it's close to that.
Listen, he's controlling that middle very well. Look at that, evenly matched. I was talking about the lack of chances created. You can see both teams are struggling to break one another. They're hardly dominating that attacking third, but it's all congested in that middle of the park. They can't seem to find the right channels to put those passes through at the moment.
Against Mopara. In 2019, he was injured in the quarterfinal when playing for Highlands Park. They made it all. In 2019, he was injured in the quarterfinal when playing for Highlands Park. They made it all the way through to the final before losing to SuperSport. He didn't feature in any of those matches. Desperately unlucky with that ankle injury against the Buccaneers. It's Boania.
Quarter down the left-hand side has since gone quiet. Neither two players has made any progress on this right-hand side of the attack for Chiefs.
Skakani, Maluleka. This turn away from danger by George Maluleka. Scored 3 goals and provided 2 assists in 2014 when he was named Player of the Season. Here's Quim. Quim, oh, he set up Maduna. He's had 2 great opportunities for AmaZulu, and he hasn't been able to get either on target.
Has that been a drizzle since the game started? Yes, I feel like sometimes the players are struggling to bring the ball under control, and that happens when the conditions are a little bit greasy, and the ball comes straight to him. It came a little bit too fast though, but you're running in there and you're expecting the ball to come, so you should have adjusted your position to be able to finish.
If anything, he almost arrived too quickly.
Defense and just as a leader. That's why Kune is now back as a first choice goalkeeper for Chiefs.
TT, just looking at the AmaZulu side, we did think that Mubara will be playing alongside Makala, but he can confirm that he is in the defence.
Could be something on here for Dupree. He's got a bit of pace to burn, doesn't he? That's good. Challenger, well timed by Wara. That's why he's back in the side. Training very deep there. And at the other end, that one almost going all the way through to George Maluleke. Popping up in a very advanced position.
The Kaizer Chiefs will take this time just to take the sting out of the game and just have some possession and slow it down, because AmaZulu was certainly quick out the gates there, TT.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's good to see intent. 0-0 was the scoreline at Yolanda Stadium yesterday, but that doesn't begin to tell half the story, because that was a real end-to-end stuff there. A game that I fancy Pirates will feel got away from them. That's a good-looking ball, and crucial intervention from Hanumubu. As Dupree is looking to sneak in on the back post, there's Tebe. Good vision to try and play him in there.
Yeah, great movement to find that space in there. Brilliant pass from Dove, they're brave. And Sekota just trying to pick out Dupree in the end, and AmaZulu to the rescue. Hanumubu just not happy with his midfield there, just saying allowing too much space and time for that man in your picture, Sekota.
Sekota, one of 7 players that featured in that premiership match between the two sides. In fact, both sides have 7 survivors from that encounter. Dove has done well here. Try something, bro! Whoa! That is, whoa! That looked for almighty like it had gone in. Whoa! And right from the side netting. Whoa! And I think.
अरे अपने कॉलेज फॉर्म को साइन नहीं किया?
बेटा लेकिन मुंबई क्यों? यहाँ भी तो अच्छे कॉलेज में मिल रहा है सेम कोर्स, वो भी वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस। राइट।
डैड, आपको तो पता है ना अभी कितना कुछ करना है मुझे। क्या
लेकिन
डैड, ये मेरे लिए चलने का नहीं दौड़ने का टाइम है।
तो आज से रोज 1 चम्मच नेस्कैफे, गर्म पानी, थोड़ा दूध और थोड़ी चीनी। अब जिस दौड़ में तुम उतरी हो उसमें फ्यूल तो लगेगा ना।
स्ट्रॉन्ग है
तेरी तरह। अच्छा बता कहाँ पे साइन करना है?
Nestle, good food, good life.
होगी रोशन रोशन दिवाली, हो आनंदी आनंदी दिवाली।
वेंकट जी के सपनों का मकान, श्रीनिवासन अन्ना की नई दुकान।
मिलिरुम वेलिचम निन्नुम दीपावली, आगुते रोशन रोशन दीपावली।
आनंद भाव की नई रिक्शा, पुरुषोत्तम भाई के कपड़ों का धंधा। पवित्र भाई, सफी भाई, महेंद्र जी, मिस्टर एंड मिसेस कोलंबे, सबकी होगी दिवाली रोशन।
निंडे वेलुगु वेलुगुल दीपावली, होगी रोशन रोशन दिवाली।
आपकी विश्वास के दीपों से ही रोशन है जहां हमारा, आपकी खुशियों से ही है हमारी।
This was struck with furious anger.
Yeah, not the best of corners there, but Kaizer Chiefs winning back possession there, and that man Dove just shoved the AmaZulu player off, turned and had a crack at goal. Almost creeped in at the near post for Velimota.
Rippled the net there, but into the side netting it. Had us all fooled, but it was struck well by Dove. The Chiefs in this MTN8. Good work from Hanumubu, yeah, Solomon sticks with him, but Hanumubu still going. Could be danger here, chance. Not a good pass, it's a poor pass from Buchanan there, it was Maluleka who was lurking with intent. Free kick. Oh, what a start. Tell you what, it is hot. The temperature is hot out there. It's a hot afternoon here on the IFL, but it's equally hot has been the start to this game.
Yeah, fans and viewers here, I don't think we expected this.
It's a good ball to take out the run of Sakota, couldn't control first time. Kumando going with him. In fact, it's Zulu.
He'll come into this game with a lot of confidence there. Scored a goal for AmaZulu last time out, and he's replacing Sikakana, which has been somewhat of a leader and a fixture in this AmaZulu side.
Billy Mortwa was voted as the club's most valuable player. Cross corner comes in a bit too deep. It's going to go all the way out for a throw to AmaZulu. A rare visit to the semis for the... So it's a rare visit to the stage of the competition for Lesotho. Only the fourth time that in the PSL era that AmaZulu have made it to the, that have qualified for the MTN8, let alone reach the semis. Pressure there coming from the speedy, the player, Yusuf Mart. Catch the kind bounce now to Priya, too much. Overhit that one and it ran away from Ashley to Priya. Got the only goal for Chiefs in that quarter-final away to his old club, Steadies. And it was in a similar situation where he likes to put pressure on the goalkeeper, and he did it to good effect in that quarter-final match. It's good running here from George Maluleka. Shot now. But underneath it, mhango will be the man they'll look to then for goals. No, Bongintuli. He's out with a long-term injury for Lesotho.
Yeah, mhango is the man for the big occasions, DT. He will be lurking about to get his goal this afternoon. He's the first leg, and we have to mention that that away goal rule certainly gives a bit of an advantage to the travelling side.
Play there, finding Yusuf Martin. Good turn from Martin. Opens up for him now. Jafrier making a run to his right. Involves him. Step. Thought about a shot momentarily. Zikhot. Looking cross and looking for Caleb Bimenyimana. The man who's fresh from, of course, his first 2 goals for Kaizer Chiefs, which would have done a lot to take the pressure off him, especially the fans were starting to get on his back a little bit. So those 2 goals against SuperSport United would have done him a world of good. The Burundi international. Shot there! So had from Jabulo Blom, had Veli Motwa. Little concerned, they had to scramble across to his right.
Yeah, well, clearly Kaizer Chiefs not afraid to shoot from far. It's moments earlier it was at Milton Dove, and this time around it's Jabulo Blom just trying to test Motwa. Agonizingly close, it was dumping.
Jabulo Blom, what a season he had last time. He's been in and out of the side now. I don't know whether now perhaps Zwane feels that it's not enough, he needs him, as he certainly was one of the star performers in the under-Gavin hunt. Was Jabulo Blom's played 28 appearances in the dstv premiership last season. But you saw him attempting a goal there. He's still looking for his first goal for Chiefs.
Motwa kind of laughing it off here, but I tell you what, this is a close call here, just trying to be a little bit too clever as the striker coming in, and look at that smile.
But the Menyamana had to stay on his feet there, rather. I mean, when you go in sliding like that, you always likely to consider foul. That's a dancing header from George Maluleka. Well, he is fine. He's made, in fact, it was the skipper there that made the late run into the box. And couldn't keep his header down there, Makhaula.
It's hard to move down that left-hand side with a lot of creativity and attack-mindedness. Just a little bit of a dink there, and Makhaula coming in from deep, making contact with that, and it looks like couldn't have that one covered.
Very much the leader here is Makhaula in this team. So, wow, first 10 minutes has flown by. Mistake here. Chiefs could be punished here. Shot! And it's straight down into the great basket for Itumeleng-Khune. But living dangerously, the Chiefs. See, they were almost caught out as they gave away possession in dangerous territory.
And lapses in concentration in defence that costed them the quarterfinals, that conceded the first goal against Stellenbosch. Think back to the Sundowns game and an early defensive blunder where Kaizer Chiefs just leave so much more to do when you can see that early goal. They want to cut that out.
That's a dangerous ball. Mhango! No flag, and will count. It's first blood to the visitors. It's a long ball over the top. That's the undoing. And AmaZulu have the all-important away goal.
Come with the man, come with the elder. He said he's a man for the big occasion. It's that man on the goal-scoring charts, Mhango, as Tuta very quickly tries to have a word with Buchanan, speaking about the shape. But just too much time on the ball. The run, blindsided in between the defenders there. Lovely take from Mhango, and what a finish.
No chance there for the keeper. The spot there. Beautifully done by Gabatinho Mhango. His fourth goal of the season.
TT, it's all about that touch. Initially, I thought it was with the wrong foot. He took it with his right foot, but done extremely well to adjust his body, and with his left foot creeped at the back of the net, beating Itumeleng-Khune and the entire defence. Othazwani livid.
So it is advantage then to the visitors. As I said, it's the all-important away goal that Brandon Tritter spoke about, that they would love to go away with something here. The away goal, well, this has given them a major boost. It heaps the pressure now onto Chiefs. Good ball to find Dupree, still Dupree, cross in, and it's going to go for a corner. Beluyeke Zulu.
It has to be said, AmaZulu deservedly take the lead. They started the brighter. And 15 minutes gone and already 5 corners.
Yeah. Sokota. Can they get some Something for Pemimana to work with. Too easy for Velimotwa. Now. See what Chiefs can come up with here now. Yusuf Mart. They need to regroup in a hurry, Kaizer Chiefs. Try and get themselves back into this contest.
Well, the last thing that Kaizer Chiefs must do is panic and start playing long balls, which is not planned for. They need to just retain their composure, play the way the coach wants them. Play that's going to need the experienced players to come to the fore now, TT.
Free kick for Chiefs. Goes against that. There, sees this little shove. Both players had eyes on the ball, but then they shove into the back of Solomon's by Hanamu.
It's a lovely battle that has started and is going to continue as long as this game.
Only top 8 finish during Makaula's 5 seasons there, so he has not competed in this competition all too often. Hangs it up. Sikhota. Spwali away. And they're recruited from Simba. Play for Sanako and Power Dynamos in his homeland. They have more defending to do here and his AmaZulu teammates. Gets a bit of reprieve from that pressure with this call in their favour.
It's a foul against the player. He lost control and that ball ran a little bit too far away. He had to scramble for it. And in the process, hurt Makaula off his feet.
Well, there's a real sense of frustration in the stands, becoming more and more evident, and plenty of calls for Dupree to be sacrificed after that incident. Now, Pimimana calls for dolly.
Looked like a handball.
Yeah, referee I think says hands were involved,
and I guess the Chiefs fans thought maybe it's in their favour. Yeah.
Velimotwa has evoked the ire of Jenny Jabani. It's a little tardy with this goal kick. Now, Maluleka seeking out mhango. Chiefs defense stood firm. Clever touch from Makaula. Well, 2 rather robust tackles in quick succession. AmaZulu get the free kick. to deliver. AmaZulu fans finally getting to truly see what their Zambian recruit is all about. We only got a glimpse earlier in the season. Move intercepts. Matuna. Skakane. Timbele Skakane, despite playing 160 plus times in the top flights, only has 3 MTN8 appearances before this season.
We haven't said much about Mubarak.
Looks to be the man that will come on in his place.
That's the message to the bench. It's done. Just as well that Kama was already making his way in.
Drives it forward.
Now there's no Caleb in the box to go to finish. Oh, he's running in to get back to the field though. In the way that he's coming across, it looks like the fields can still continue.
Oh, in-swing and corner. Cleared away by Amagaula. What a delivery that was from Dolly.
Motwa beaten. It was clear as he turned around to see Makaula was still in position to clear.
George Maluleka concedes the corner. An all-action performance from Maluleka. And a rather ignominious start in this competition all the way back in 2009. He actually appeared as a second-half sub in that demolition at the hands of Lamont for Golden Arrows, playing for Ajax at the time. Just 20 years of age. Coming on for the Urban Warriors as they were thrashed 6-0. It's work to Frosler. Oh, Velimoto didn't know much about that, but he's managed to repel it. Two balls on the park.
Goal kick.
Third time they've attempted this particular corner, William, where they've worked it to Frosler. It's as close as they've come to correctly executing it.
I thought maybe Frosler, had he realized the amount time he had available for him to maybe take another touch, maybe closer so that he can go direct shot himself.
So AmaZulu making a couple of changes here. It's really good to see Lefonolo Majoro back after that horror injury that he suffered against Orlando Pirates in mid-October. Gabadini Mhango is the man that will make way, and specifically Maduna's number is also up with Ethan Brooks waiting to enter the fray.
Maybe not exactly the same players, but I think from what Brooks can provide is a bit more ball possession in that middle of the park, which Maduna is more attacking. Each time he gets the ball is more offensive, which you have a big chance to lose the ball, but Brooks can hold it a little bit, can knit a few passes, which is why maybe AmaZulu is at a stage where they'll need to try and control this game better by holding more onto the ball.
Also seeing the introduction here of Kama Piliat. Now this is a man that has won every domestic trophy in South Africa except the MTN8. He will be hoping to make a contribution off the bench, replacing a rather ineffectual Mosimane. 20th appearance in the MTN8 for Kama Billiat, dating back to 2010 with Ajax. 6 goals and 4 assists in this competition, all told. More space for Mark to measure it. Now drops for Dupree. Wild effort. This one, his reaction says an awful lot after Dupree's effort. Mubara,
She's another that we say very little about is a Patel, but they've helped that.
They've done brilliantly. Yes, Mubara again. And Mubara is a winner of this competition. 2015 won the title, beat Kaizer Chiefs in the final.
That is with Ajax.
Sikota goes for brilliant, and Montego will get there first.
Glimpses of what Chiefs can do, but that's all it remains at the moment. Good time.
Quim pokes it towards Majoro, not quick enough off the mark. Slanty. Sikota collects. Keegan Dolly, deep cross. Quim using his physicality to great effect here. He's found Ethan Brooks.
Oh, what a
Brooks over the top. Beautiful ball. Maluleka. Goal kick. Trying to get Billiard in behind once again. Gian Hanemo alive to the danger. There's space here for the Namibian. Being tracked by Dupree, gets the better of him. Hanemo seeking out Quim. Good header clear. Martz. Keegan Dolly. Game very open. Loose pass from Dolly.
A bit more like the middle game. Suddenly, I think Chiefs are finding their rhythm. They're much better. They're making better engines now. They just need to maybe get that final pass where it matters most. But it's a much better performance than we saw in that first half. They hardly could put it 2 passes together.
Sikota. Scoop towards Billiat. Wakaula. He's found Boalia. Gets away. Or rather, with Majora dropping deep. Impressive ball retention from the veteran. Oh, it was a Zambian midfielder for a moment. Now, this is Mark. Curls it.
Did he rush it? The thing is, he takes a shot. He can strike them from range. He's brilliant at it. But it's just that I feel like at the moment he's not as confident as I'd seen him before. There was a lack of conviction the way that he took that strike.
Skakane just over the head of Quim. Slutty to Blom. Back again. And at this juncture in the game, with just under 25 minutes to go, only one shot on target. That came from AmaZulu straight down the throat of Brandon Peterson in the first half. Oof. The entire Kaizer Chiefs technical team were immediately up and out of the dugout to protest that challenge from Makaole. He is going to get a yellow card. Jenny Chabani is imploring him to calm down. Wants to get involved. I guess the Keegan Dolly wasn't impressed with the nature of that challenge.
I guess Dolly didn't help as well in the way that we reacted from it, which is what Makaole is reacting to. But he had no business. It's a foul and it's a bookable.
So Makaula goes into the book and embraced with Dolly. Good sportsmanship. That's nice to see. He'll miss the upcoming game against Marumo Gallants. Well, Makaula. Oh. Jabula Blom might get himself into a bit of trouble. It's a rugby tackle on Ethan Brooks.
Has he not been good, Jabula?
No, not yet. I said not yet as if I was anticipating a booking, but I don't think Chabani's eyes were on that particular incident. It did come off the ball. It's Konika. Sikhota. Pashlele. Pinyat. Oh, Mapara has intervened. Well, the ball broke so kindly for Ashley Duprea. Abubaga Mapara threw himself towards it.
He might have been called offside by the time, but he also took forever to execute. It's like he got a shock of himself that he found himself in front of the goal. Now look at he wonders. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Rama might have been playing him on sides, challenging for that ball.
But then where does the call come from? Oh, it came off Duprea. Yeah.
Mabara has done himself a bit of damage. Kutkabile Ngobo onto the park now. Another youngster came through the hands of Arthur Zwane with the reserves. He needs to step up for his mentor. Just under 20 minutes of regulation time to go here at the Mosimane Stadium. Kaizer Chiefs need a goal. Let's paint the picture for you if you're just joining us. Jenny Chabani inadvertently gets himself involved once again. But the aggregate at 1-1. AmaZulu having scored at the Calabash in the first leg means they have an away goal to their name, and if it remains as it is, they will progress. Would be their first final in a dozen years and their first appearance in the showpiece of this particular competition for 46. George Maluleka has had an outstanding game so far. Doesn't actually have particularly good record in the finals of the MTN8. Despite the fact they did win it in 2014. Was also part of the squad with Cape Town City as Kakane goes tumbling down. Or rather, with Mamelodi Sundowns that beat Cape Town City on penalties last year, but wasn't part of the squad for that final. There's another look at that foul on Kakane. Kaizer Chiefs have conceded at least one goal in their last 8 games in the MTN8. Renem Shongwe mentioned that 3-0 win against Free State Stars in 2018-19 season. Makaula featuring for Elakoto. It's the last time they kept a clean sheet in this competition. Tualia. It's free kick, disappointing. Yeah. Keegan Buchanan, former Chiefs man, amongst those on the bench this afternoon for AmaZulu. Pitso by Kwanika. What's Johnny Chabani saying?
Belatedly blows the whistle against Kwanika, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, more than anything.
Going by Macheke until about a year ago, August last year. Took his dad's surname. Robert Kwanika, who is the big inspiration in his life. Took him to Midlands Hotspurs at the age of 7. That's where his football career developed from. Was at Chiefs from ages 16 to 22 before leaving to Chippa United. It's on loan at Thunder Royal Zulu as well when they won the NFD in 2016-17. That's the status AmaZulu bought to get themselves back into the top flight. Mopara hooks it into the box. materializes from that particular free kick. There's been a semi-final second leg, William, that has ebbed and flowed. There's been periods in the game like this where not much is going on. There's a lot of wastefulness in terms of even that free kick being a case in point, and there have been other periods that have been played at a terrific pace. The game has been very open.
It's for me from the 50th minute to about the 65th. Chiefs looked the part.
They did.
In fact, this is the man that I feel like he's gone off the ball completely. Sakota.
Fancy clips by Patlele.
Yes. So he's bleeding greatly. He must have been clipped by the stars. And that basically will put Kashela in that dangerous spot where he's going to end himself booking.
He's indicating to the bench that he needs some gauze and some bandages. Unsurprisingly, Patlele has gone into the referee's book, joins Magaula. The only two that have been cautioned. Are you struggling to figure out how his knee got bloodied?
I am. He had a good case to show to the ref, but how did that happen?
Dolly delivers. Only partially cleared. Ethan Brooks helps a little further along. This is Yusuf Mart. Steered out to Dolly, not the best first touch. Kaizer Chiefs have under a quarter hour to prevent the final from saying AmaZulu versus Orlando Pirates. But interestingly, they failed to win any of their last 5 games in the MTN8 in open play, which is effectively what they need to do now. Gets that one goal. Lost both legs of the semi-final open play to Orlando Pirates 2 seasons back.
Good steal by Mart.
That was a good steal. Now Safota's been set away.
It's becoming so predictable, Safota. You know he's going to feint to the right and then to the left, and it's easy for the defenders now to predict where he's more likely to go.
Wide of the mark. Time ticking away for out this one. Yeah, the last time they won an MTN8 match in open play was the 2020-21 season, the quarterfinal 2-1 triumph over Maritzburg United. Otherwise, they were beaten quite handily in both the semi-final legs by Orlando Pirates. Their tie against Stellenbosch in the quarter settled on penalties. Their first leg tie against AmaZulu was a 1-1 draw. With the deep cross. Konika away. Leka goes to ground. And still they retain possession. He sprung back up to his feet to involve himself once again. Mart all over him. into the final 10 minutes. The final 10 minutes of 180 between AmaZulu and Kaizer Chiefs. Nice crisp passing from AmaZulu. Ethan Brooks spotting Quinn across the Sepson. Mark almost leaves it behind. Dolly. Keegan Dolly! Oh, it's a good hit.
This is the type of play that you expect. I mean, Dolly is supposed to take this thing upon himself to say, you know what, it's not happening, but let me see what I can do. That one wasn't too far. He cuts to his side, but he spins the ball a bit too much to try and, obviously he was trying to catch a motor on that near post. But much better. This is promising to the fans. It's promising to everybody that's watching that maybe are in favor of Chiefs. They're having very few, unfortunately, of these moments. Few and far apart.
It had the necessary power, but really lacked accuracy. Drogo fighting hard against Hanamo. He isn't known for his physical prowess.
He's had a good game, Hanamo. George.
Yeah.
Those two for me has really set the scene alight here. Maybe not with so much attack, but to talk about in their individual positions where they play, they've made a big difference. Hanamo. Excellent.
Kaizer Chiefs did come into this one unbeaten their last 4 away games, but they are struggling. Oh, well set. Worth a hit. George Malalega. It's, again, as has been the case today, another wayward effort. I don't think that necessarily tarnishes his display, though. He has put in a real shift. Skakani asking a lot of Brooks. Chiefs have the ball back. Marks runs into traffic. Somehow gets himself out of the situation. It's blown out to Flanty. Globo slipping it through for Sikhota. Skakani away. Oh, huge opportunity. Might have another bite. Sets it through for Billiards. Right. A big moment for Reef Rustler on the edge of the area.
Everybody except for Tupriya didn't get up for that one. Initially, Billiard was on the end of the cross, but it never arrived. But he gets this second bite of the cherry. But once again, he skews the shot. I mean, he's right in the box. This is the type of situations that Billiard will have buried life with no problem whatsoever.
Tualia with a gorgeous touch. Maluleka out of his feet. Quim was beaten to it. Drobo. Yeah, threaded through for Billiard when he had Sikhota on his outside. Maluleka sweeps it out wide for Majoro. Chiefs making a couple of photos on his outside. Maluleka sweeps it out wide for Majoro. The Kaizer Chiefs making a couple of changes. Solomons, who featured from the start in the first leg. Here's the man to set up Keegan Dolly. And was one of the players sacrificed for this game, having played against TS Galaxy. Maklo sent off in the first leg after the final whistle, after getting involved with Veli Motwa.
And I guess Blom being a bit more defensive midfielder, Maklo will play a bit more on the front foot with the remaining minutes. That's all they're looking for, Chiefs.
Yes, Noble straight towards goal.
The shooting boots probably like still somewhere at the airport. That's where they never brought them here with them.
Blom and Frosler out. Good to see Mbogeni Gomete back. He's been out for a while with injury. His leg heavily strapped, and he will be replacing Augustine Quinn. So easily identifiable defensive change here.
With only about 4 minutes remaining or so, makes a lot of sense.
Konika tearing forward. Everyone back for AmaZulu. Kind of moved it well. Dwalia wriggling free and getting Jabani's call in his favor.
He has been brilliant. He's another that.
Yeah.
In fact, between George, Makaule, and Walia.
Yeah.
Let's include Hanamut in that list, telling you. It's a team effort. That's why sometimes it becomes difficult to see who's more outstanding than the other.
Well, Coach Roman Falls yet 5 games in charge of Maruma Gallants, 4 draws and 1 defeat. For AmaZulu, he's been in charge of 2 drawn matches. This is his 3rd. He'll play another 2 before the MTN8 final, if indeed they find themselves in the showpiece. Can you imagine? And what would be his 6th game in charge of Lesotho, leading them in the final with 8 million rand on the line.
I was talking to Mela and saying, how does it feel to be in this kind of atmosphere? Can you deal with the pressure? He says, look, I've been here before. And I was the assistant coach for Uganda.
Yeah.
And there's another team that also played at the high level.
Township Rollers, yeah.
He says, listen, I like this. I thrive under pressure, under this sort of pressure.
Tobo gives it away to Maluleka. Oh, so poor.
Anxiously waiting for a miracle. The penalty. The time remaining.
Billiards from Mobile. The Billiards arriving. Chance to shoot for Dolly.
It's not happening. But I'm thinking to myself as well, Maklo, if you look at the range from where he was, you know, when there's players in front of the goalkeeper and all that, like if you struck the ball that well, there's always all kind of possibilities that can happen.
do I leave out Sikaka? And he's another. Like I said, for me, for AmaZulu, it's been a team effort. Just about everybody showed up today.
Somehow escaped the attentions of Mart, still has it, snatched off the ball by Yusuf Mart. Free kick for AmaZulu. And we are already more than 30 seconds into 3 additional minutes. Concentration on the face of George Maluleka, strikes it. Peterson needs to show some urgency, get this upfield. That free kick allowed AmaZulu to eat into a significant chunk of the additional time. Under 90 seconds to go at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. Is AmaZulu players on the brink of history. Low ball, works it out wide, pull in, flashes across the face of goal.
There's certain areas in that box where you know if a player gets to this part of the field, it's more likely to be a ball across the face of goal. If it's a little bit of a tighter angle, it's going to be a cutback.
It was Matlo challenging for it at the near post. I don't think he got anywhere near it. Buchanan gets his chance. Coming on for Larry Bwalia. A great showing out there. First start since AmaZulu's second game of the season. Good to see him back from injury. Solomons has pace. And the free kick, this will be Chiefs' last opportunity.
Looks like George earns himself a cut for that tackle.
Now George Maluleka, I don't think he'll mind. Just another component of his all-action display. 7 seasons he spent at Kaizer. Now they're just waiting for that whistle to come. Young Sindisi and Global. He continues to believe. Shabai is already warned Veli Motwa not to dally too long. Final whistle. And the dream lives on for AmaZulu. In the year of their 90th anniversary, they are through to the final of this cup for the first time in 46 years. It's been a dozen years since they even appeared in a domestic showpiece. They are looking to earn their first piece of silverware for 3 decades. William Shongwe, what a performance.
Indeed, I think their plan was very clear. They defended well, but what is more attractive is the fact that they still went on to prop a little bit more up front to keep Kaizer Chiefs on the back. They created enough. If anything, that first half for me, I think they deserved a goal. But Kaizer Chiefs once again bounced back on target. If you think about how many times they got into that thing there, but they still couldn't get one decent shot on target. That is a big, big concern. It's no wonder AmaZulu were able to hold on to their 1-0 draw from Jove.
Tulu is excited about this result, despite the fact that he can play no parts. Makola immense in the center of the park. For AmaZulu, emotions evidence. Roman Falls. He's still yet to get a win in South Africa, but all they needed was the clean sheets. They've managed that, and they marched through to the final. Spirit thoughts for the droves of Kaizer Chiefs fans that have made their way to the Mabhida Stadium this afternoon, expecting the triumph. They've made a few finals since last winning one in 2014 in the MTN8. All of those have been losing endeavors, and their search for silverware continues on. They will look to put their best foot forward in the league and the National Cup coming up later in the year. But today it's all about AmaZulu. They are a side who have struggled at times in recent years. The Zungus arrived and have revamped the fortunes of this team. The sleeping giant is certainly stirring. AmaZulu hold Kaizer Chiefs to a 0-0 draw. They end 1-1 on aggregate and are through to the final.
A big thank you to the super voices of Super Disky on your World of Champions. I'm joined by the MTN8 man of the match. Thabo Phiri is here to do the honors, please. It's George Malolega for AmaZulu. Consensus choice, really. There was no debate. A solid performance. Victory for Russo to George. Well done.
Ngiyabonga Mr. Msibi. Ngithanda ukubonga ama-supporter, AmaZulu faithful, the coaching staff, the players, my colleagues. I think we fully deserved the win. I think from the first leg as well. Again today, game of two halves, but fully deserved, for sure.
You guys stuck to the game plan.
Yeah, definitely. It was very important that we stick to the game plan. And we did, we kept a clean sheet, something that we were struggling to do. But we were able to do that today, and we're through to the final.
I'm saying you stuck to the game plan. I want to establish from you on the player side, what was the game plan?
Yeah, I think the game plan was to try and keep the ball more, try get more passes for the guys to be more involved, gain more confidence. And you saw in the first half, we played a lot more balls on the ground, less high balls, and we managed to open them up, on a couple of occasions. The finishing let us down in the first half as well. But second half we stuck it through, and we made sure that we kept 0 at the back.
How important was it knowing already Uguti final is going to be here? Uguti, you guys bring yourselves here not as guests but as participants.
Yeah, it was very important. I think because it's our home turf, we know Uguti, we have that advantage. Ground, so it was very important that we make sure Uguti we come and play again for the final. So for that.
One last question: playing against your former teammate.
Yeah, it's always a great pleasure to rub shoulders with the guys again. My former team, so much love for the team. The history, the chairman also 78. So it's rich history and so much love for the team. A lot of respect, no love lost.
Let me throw it forward. 5th of November, your opponent is known. It's Orlando Pirates.
Excuse me?
Your opponent is known for the final. It's Orlando Pirates.
A very, very difficult encounter. We played a 1-1 draw in the league. But we still have a lot of homework to do. See all the mistakes, see what we can rectify. Back to the drawing board now, and we'll come back stronger.
Thank you so much. Well done today.
Thank you, Bob.
MTN8 man of the match is Judge Malone. They leave in droves. We ended up with just over 45,000 fans here at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. The Lesotho fans still celebrating, of course, in the stands. Let me bring in their head coach now, who is going to join me in this great occasion for the home team, AmaZulu. He's right here. They call him for Shoza. They explained the name to him. He understands exactly what it means. But for now, let's get his views. Coach, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Thoughts, please.
I think that's a game we approach very well. I don't think anyone has anything to say if it's 2-0 at halftime with the chances that we have. I'm very happy for the boys. I'm very happy for the fans as well. They believe in us, and the one thing we didn't want is to let them down. So we gave our very best, as I promised before the game. I promised the fans that we'll go in the finals. We are, so we're happy. I still think it's a game we could have won. So on a coaching perspective, yes, we're happy, we're qualified. I'm very happy. But it's a game we should have put to bed at halftime. I also understand that our physical level very often drops in second half, in the middle of the second half. So in that regard, the break coming is going to be a good addition in time for us, because we're going to try to rebuild a little bit our physical engine in order to do both halves like we did the first one today. But honestly, I think we're the best team today. I think we deserve to go in the finals. We're going to make sure to prepare the 2 league games we have this week as best as we can. I allow the boys to celebrate tonight, but only tonight.
What were the important aspects, the important areas, just in your play generally, that you felt won you the game?
I think we faced a very good team. As I said before, they have a lot of quality in all the departments of the game. So we knew it was not going to be easy. We knew, in my opinion, the 2 areas where you could make a difference is one on the tactical aspects, whether you're able to fill the gaps on every department of the field nicely, no matter the block positioning, whether you're high, medium, or low, but whether you're able to adapt and feel safe whatever happens. That's one thing. So the tactical approach. And the second thing is, as I said, coming into a semifinals like that comes down to who wants it more. So it comes down to what you're capable of bringing in terms of intensity and physical aspect. Honestly, I think we can play 3 games back to back to back. I don't think they score against us, in all honesty. So it's a very good message. When I first arrived, the message I sent to the fans, I told them, I cannot promise we're going to win this and this and this. But the one thing I can say is that we're going to give our best all the time. And no one is ever going to cheat. Everyone is going to give his best all the time. So that was the case today. We can still do much more, much better. But I would say with that mentality and that desire to perform together, we have a solid base.
I told you the story briefly of the historic occasion of this football club getting into the final. You guys have done it.
Yeah, it's as you told me before, it's an accomplishment in itself, so we're happy about that. But I think you won't disagree with me if I tell you the aim to go to the final is to win it. So, as I said, we celebrate tonight. The boys deserve it. A lot of efforts from all of them today, the staff as well. And we'll start focusing first on our league games coming. The league is a very big objective for me, and I want to put the club back into a better stage before the break. And then we'll focus on what's to come in the cup, and we'll give our best as always.
Thanks so much. Well done today.
Thank you very much.
Roman Falls, head coach here at AmaZulu, says the spotlight is on the final, but also to play it and win it. Let me bring in the head coach of AmaKhosi now. He joins me. It's head coach Arthur Zwane Umangete. Coach, appreciate your time. Thoughts, please.
Yeah, look, I think whatever plan we came with, we could have at some point maybe get a goal, because we knew that they were going to kill the game off, slow it down, looking for fouls, just to buy time. And yeah, I think it was not meant to be, because could have maybe scored a goal, then opened the game up, but composure inside the box, and also, decision making here and there was not right. But yes, it was not meant to be.
How disappointing is it to bow out like this?
Yeah, look, the goals we missed in Johannesburg, they came back to haunt us. When you look at the number of chances that we created, that clear-cut chances, and we couldn't, take one. We actually only scored one. Could have at least scored 2 goals or 3 goals coming here to Durban. Would have been a different ball game altogether. Unfortunately, couldn't take those chances, and they came back to haunt us. And as you could see, like I said earlier on, they were just playing to buy time. But at the same time, they were dangerous, because people were slowing the game down and increase the tempo all of a sudden. So we just needed a goal, against the run of play to open the game up, but we couldn't get one. And unfortunately, but I can't fault the boys' performance. I think they tried their level best, and it was not easy. But yes, it was meant to be. It was not meant to be.
You lose Caleb. Do you know it's an injury or it was a tactical substitution? Because even then he had just gone down.
Yeah, look, our past game leading up to this game, we had a lot of crosses inside the box. We needed his presence, and we kept on saying stay inside the box, because we want to just drop the ball there. And we had many, even second half. So we just needed someone who can just connect, with the ball. And unfortunately, we were not aggressive enough in the final third entry, to get a goal. But yes, we tried our level best, and we know we could have done better, but I can't fault the effort of the boys. They did everything, they tried their level best, and things just did not work out.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Umangete, head coach of AmaKhosi, speaking about the performance of the team and, of course, the changes that they made. I came to the stadium with Jimmy Tau and Terminator Dekang Mapalane. They will join me here because we're going to take a short break, but there is a draw here for the MTN8 final. This draw is to determine the home team and the away team in the cup final. The teams are known now. It's AmaZulu and Orlando Pirates. Over to the draw.
Scores of AmaZulu fans exit Moses Mabhida Stadium. Disappointment abounds.
Yadu Mavandi Stadium! It's a shoot!
To determine the home team for the final.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the MTN8 final draw. We're just here to confirm the 2 teams that have made it into this final. Congratulations to Orlando Pirates and AmaZulu FC. I'm with Thabo Piri from MTN, who's our sponsor, and he will be assisting me with this draw. So the draw procedure is pretty much simple and straightforward. The first ball to be drawn out will be the home team, and the second ball to be drawn will be the away team. Okay? So yeah, so Thabo, over to you. The country's waiting. Home team privileges as the change rooms, the kit colors, and also the training times for match day -1. And Orlando Pirates is the designated home team for the final. That is confirmed. Thank you. And Thabo, just let us know, obviously, it should be AmaZulu. And it's confirmed, AmaZulu is the away team for the finals. So the fixture is already confirmed. We're coming back here at Moses Mabhida on the 5th of November. So thank you. Over to you, Pums.
So a couple of rounds of league games to come, and then the big one, the MTN8 final, live from right here at the Moses
It's a shoot!
Maybe first, Jimmy, let me just get your thoughts, your views, your final report card of this game over the 90 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Msiri. I think firstly, let me congratulate AmaZulu. It was a deserved, hard-fought victory for them to get through to the final. I think in the second half, they really fought relentlessly to make sure that, one, they don't concede. At the same time, to try and keep a very tactical, balanced team as things were. You know, you could see that they really wanted it more than Chiefs wanted it. They were willing to die on the field. The tackles that they went into, you could see the level of commitment. So on that regard, I think it was a well-deserved victory for AmaZulu.
Your views, Temi, over the 90 minutes, just your assessment, your report card.
I think it's a well game plan executed by Roman Falls for Khoza. They were fighting, and each and every player, AmaZulu player, you could see. I mean, they were not even afraid to get a yellow card. Sometimes it's the commitment, Tapuns. I mean, it was there. I think for me, they fought, they wanted it more, and he did say that they had a game plan without the ball. That was his concern. With the ball, I think he said he got that covered.
There's a couple of incidents, talking points that we want to take a look at. We'll go back, though, to the first half, because the shot that came from long range maybe then set the tone how Kaizer Chiefs will have to take more shots from outside the box to threaten, because you saw when we went to halftime, the stats read shots on target for Kaizer Chiefs, 0.
There were 0, of course, Mr. Msiri, and you could see this move was trying to then get AmaZulu imbalanced at the back, not with a numerical advantage in terms of the numbers going forward for Chiefs. And they had to resort to this type of approach of trying to take shots from far, because they couldn't bypass that AmaZulu defense, you know, whether it was on one.
It's a shoot. It's a shoot. Against Stellenbosch, we must add, in late August, so he's a little overdue a goal, Dupree. That was a chance to certainly put one away.
Yeah, golden opportunity, but well-timed run there from Dupree. He'll be operating on the right-hand side with that man that was just in your picture, Frosler. Looks like Dupree will be tucking inside, and that gives the license to Frosler to be up and down that right-hand side flank for Kaizer Chiefs.
So let's just clarify that then for those three.